And let's turn the camera around. Isn't that something? I am here. I just need to turn the camera around. There you go. All right, so good afternoon, my brothers and my sisters. If you don't know, I'm Lucious Conway, Reverend Lucious Conway. I am a write-in candidate for the Board of Police Commissioners for District 2, seat currently held by the Honorable Linda Bernard, who is also the chair of the Policy Committee for the Board of Police Commissioners. I want to read something to her and to the rest of the Board of Commissioners, as well as to you, the general public. Dear Board of Police Commissioners, the subject. This is a follow-up on my submission and sudden cancellation of the Board of Police Commissioner Policy Committee meeting scheduled for today at 5 p.m. And on today, they canceled that meeting, and they did not correspond with me, which I communicated with them. Here's the statement. Dear Board of Police Commissioners, I'm writing to express concern regarding the abrupt cancellation of today's scheduled Policy Committee meeting. As of this message, I have not received any acknowledgement of my written submissions from last week, specifically the Detroit Mobile Community Empowerment Workshop proposal and the draft Office of the Chief Investigator Written Investigative Protocol Manual. Both were submitted via email to all commissioners with a request for inclusion on the agenda of the next available Policy Committee meeting. I also noted that in the event they were not placed on the agenda, I intended to raise these items during public comment. The cancellation of the meeting, paired with a complete lack of response from any member of this body, raises legitimate concerns about transparency and procedural fairness. These materials were shared in good faith to support the work of the Board of Police Commissioners and to enhance community trust and engagement, goals I believe we all share. I respectfully request the following: a written confirmation that my materials were received and will be included in the official meeting packet for the next Policy Committee session. 2, a clear process by which members of the public may request items be added to future agendas. 3, a public explanation for the sudden cancellation of today's meeting, particularly as it impacts planned community participation. It is vital that the community not only be heard, but respected in these processes. So, there you have it. There you have it. And I know a number of people are like, yeah, this is part of the course. This is what they do. This is how they do. And that's fine. That's fine. That's why we have an election coming up on November 4th. And we can remove them and get some fresh blood in there. And for one, I'm one of the ones that is a write-in candidate. And as of last evening, and yeah, I'm blessed by God, and thank you for wishing God bless you to me. So, I'm one of the write-in candidates. Well, I'm the only write-in candidate so far, to my knowledge. Miss Bernard, from what I understand through the Board of Elections, she did submit a petition to be included in the ballot, before April 22nd, which was the deadline. However, there were some problems with her signatures. So she was not certified to be on the ballot and therefore does not appear on the ballot. Lavish T. Williams, formerly Terrence Williams, appears on the ballot. He presented his petitions, and he was put on the ballot. And on May 9th, Miss Bernard sued Mr. Williams, alleging that his petitions were improperly titled. Therefore, he should not be certified to be included on the printed ballot. She did that on May 9th. On May 15th, she filed before the Honorable Judge Patricia Frizard at the Third Circuit Court a motion and an order to show cause, which means that once a date is set, Mr. Williams has to show up in court and argue why his petitions should not be excluded and he should not be decertified from appearing on the ballot. However, as Ms. Bernard is an attorney of note, I'm fairly certain she knows what she's doing in that regard, and that he will be decertified and taken off the ballot, which will mean that no one will be on the ballot for District 2. And so it'll only be a write-in campaign, which means you'll go to the poll, and those of us who live in District 2, we will only be able to vote in District 2 for a police commissioner. I'm asking you to write in Lucious Conway, because you're going to have to write in somebody's name who is already, who has declared their intent to run as a write-in. I did. I declared my intent to run as a write-in candidate on May 21st. To my knowledge, no one else has yet filed a declaration of intent to run in District 2 as a write-in candidate, though they still have opportunity to do so, including you. If you believe you can get in there and make something happen, you can do a declaration of intent to run as a write-in candidate, and you have up until October 24th to take in that one-page form to the Board of Elections downtown or New Center area, rather. Take that in and file it, and then you're actually allowed to run as a write-in candidate and campaign as a write-in candidate, asking the voters when they go to vote for the new mayor and the new city council person, that when they get to the part that says Board of Police Commissioners and they see a blank space and nobody's name on it, that they are allowed to write, you are allowed to write my name in, Lucious Conway, and any other candidate who consequently or subsequently files a declaration of intent to run. So there you have it. I'm going to go on with the rest of my evening and hope and pray that we would stand together for change, and that means getting these people who may be compromised out of office. I have been posting some things that I had discovered about the Honorable Miss Bernard regarding why she got kicked off the towing policy and how she had accepted a financial contribution from a person who had been convicted of bribery in the towing business with the city, how Miss Bernard was formerly a managing attorney at the city of Detroit, how she formed the contracts department, how she created the hearing department over there, how she became the first judge at the administrative hearing for the city of Detroit. So she's been quite involved to her advantage, it seems. And I don't know if she's trying to get that $259,000 house back that she had on Wildermere and that was foreclosed on in 2011, that she represented herself and tried to make it go away, and the appellate court didn't see it that way, and she lost her $250,000 home. Now, it says all of us have to live in District 2. It doesn't say that we got to be homeowners, but we got to live in District 2. But there's certainly no record of her owning a home in District 2. And maybe she's renting somewhere in District 2, I imagine. I certainly hope so. I don't think she would, do anything fraudulent. But anyway, God bless you. Keep in mind, Lucious Conway, write-in candidate for the Board of Police Commissioners for District 2. I appreciate your time. And we're going to do what we need to do in order to pursue justice, because police accountability is not optional. It's constitutional.